Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, top honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Grimstone. Well, this brother Nash DC Camp, short lesson to follow up on the Elder Arayala, Salakia, Elder Arayala of GMS Dallas. Just giving his his 2 cents, his concerns, making his concerns known about the mysteries of the Holy Scriptures that's so easy to be seen, but a lot of folks just can't get it. But it's all spiritual. You know how it is in the last days. A lot of folks are going to be so stuck in their own ways. They're going to reject the truth. But the elect are not so. So we're going to accept the word of Hamashiach Yahushua wholeheartedly. So I'm just going to play a portion. I just play the whole video, because you know how it is. Not every brother gets a chance to visit other brothers' channels. I'm just gonna play this, so you can always go online and check out the whole lesson from the brother's YouTube channel.
$1, okay, per head. We have requirements. They're trying to implement what they call the radio frequency identification system.
Pay attention to this part, bro. No wonder. It's going to be the last section. I'll leave y'all alone for Sunday. But listen to this part, I can.
We have requirements. They're trying to implement what they call the radio frequency identification system into the beef industry. That's government involvement. But the difference is mandatory cool becomes a liberty issue because it's a law that provides freedom and liberty to the consumer to make a choice. That we've created law from the beginning of our country to enable the consumer to have choice, right? So that's a good law. But these other laws that they want to implement, such as the beef checkoff, is the $1 tax. That's taxation without representation, as far as I'm concerned. Frequency identification tags in these cattle, what that is a chip that goes into the cow. They want to know about it from birth to plate.
They want to know about it from birth to plate, so they're chipping everything from birth to plate. And they want to do the same thing to you. That's what branding means, man. It means your cattle. Now, I don't understand how people don't see this.
That's taxation without representation, as far as I'm concerned. Radio frequency identification tags in these cattle, what that is a chip that goes into the cow. They want to know about it from birth to plate. That actually inhibits liberty and freedom to the producer because it's a private property rights issue, right? So they want to know everything you're doing. Well, in America, we're supposed to be able to produce how we see fit. And
that's right, vaccine, vodka, cow,
and let the consumer take that choice out, move that choice down the chain.
Very, very interesting. So, last question here before I go to comparison, I'll make, and then we'll wrap up.
And that's the situation you have to deal with. As a man of the Lord, you have to be aware that these elites, they're upset that their power structure is crumbling and they want to have dominion over the face of the earth forevermore. But the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah has already said that's not going to happen. And, when the Elder Ariel, is upset that a lot of folks can't get it, that's the reason why, and it's all part of the Lord's plan. So, when you read Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9, it says, and he said, go. You know what? Let me start from verse 8. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and convert and be healed. And that's the issue with Jake. Jake is focusing on a different matter, and when you bring to them the words of life, they just reject it. They look over it. They just think that the word of the Lord is just an appetizer. But you just don't understand, man. Folks just don't understand that this is it. We are the last stretch. All that fooling around has to come to an end. All right, so there is no excuses not to take heed to the word of the Lord. And when you read the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 10, it says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter." And that's what Jake has been looked at. All right, you see the animal.
It means you're cattle.
The brother said that, cattle.
That difference is mandatory cool becomes a liberty issue because it's a law that provides freedom and liberty to the consumer to make a choice.
All that freedom and liberty is going out the window. So as a man of the Lord, you don't want to get comfortable talking about freedom and liberty. All those privileges are going down the drain. So that's one reason why there's going to be chaos in America, weapon for weapon on the streets of America very soon. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 10. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 10. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." So the Lord is already, planning to cut short our captivity here in America, man, very soon, man, because the Lord is angry. The Lord's not going to let Esau try to, boss us around anymore and dominate our people and cause division. All right? "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land and destroy all the land thereof." All right? "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." So America is on its way out. The Lord has already sworn by his name, by his word, that America is going to be destroyed. And a lot of folks just think it's just a joke. A lot of folks just think that the men of the Lord putting up all these lessons are just delusional, and they're just bunch of angry black men. But hey, that's what they want to believe. But when the Lord brings out destruction, there's nothing they can say about it. All right? And verse 12 says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten." So this Edomite farmer, cattle rancher, he's upset. Even the Edomite farmers are crying that their farmlands, is not going to yield the produce that they desire. They're being held back by the curses that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is bringing upon them. All right? "Egypt shall mourn and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High Yahweh shall bring upon it." All right? Then verse 13 says, "They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation." All right? So it's going to be tough, for these farmers to generate, farm produce very soon. There's already a shortage of corn, because of all the damage the storm caused, and then you hear about rationing in certain grocery stores. All right, and then if you read the book of Psalms, let me just say, when you read the book of Psalms, chapter 37, you read from verse 12 to verse 15. All right, it says, "The wicked plotted against the just, and gnashed upon him with his teeth, And that's what Esau's always about with his legislation, always trying to trap Jacob with some, unrighteous decrees, unrighteous policies, unrighteous ordinances, because he's envious, he's jealous of the birthright. He's jealous of what the Lord Yahweh has in store for us. That's why he's always scheming. Even early this morning on the plantation, I just saw this article about Drake, crying and weeping that this Edomite cop just opened up on their vehicle as they were trying to get away from him, that they don't even know what's going on. But hey, that's what it is, You gotta live under oppression here in Babylon. Alright, Psalm 37 verse 13, it says, "The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." Alright? The Lord shall laugh at him, for he said that his day is coming. That's why, the scripture, talks about, that the Lord is just power. Alright? And these Edomites, they don't really understand that the Lord is going to redeem his people, that he's sending his son Yahweh to get us out of this quagmire, out of the madness that we have to deal with. And you know how it is, man. Who laughs laughs best. And that's what the elect have been gearing up for, man. We've been in a sad state of mind for a long time. Even before we were born, in our mother's womb, we're experiencing all kinds of stress and turmoil. When you go out there in the houses and byways, you just feel upset that you don't even want to be there. You go on the plantation, you don't even want to be there. You go grocery shopping, you just feel upset. You look at all the madness, that you have to walk by and all that stuff. So you just have to, take the patience, man, suffer, patiently, accept the burden of righteousness, because the Lord Yahweh has joy and salvation waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. So that was the point that I came. I hope you've been edified. I pray the Lord Yahweh will continue to strengthen you spiritually and help you to overcome, your faults and weaknesses, because you don't want to be cattle or chattel, or in this last days, man, to the elites, man. You don't want to fall and take that mark of the beast, the RFID chip, because the Lord is not going to be pleased. When our people take this RFID chip or go down with the image of the beast. So you have to resist in righteousness. You have to resist with the Holy Scriptures. The Lord has already set His word before you. So you have to hold on to the word, hold on to the end, man. Don't get timid or intimidated. You just have to be diligent unto the end. Shalom.